2, 3, 4. Hey, we're having a lot of fun. Welcome back to the Breezin Lounge. I'm having a good time with my friend Jody Fisher, and you're welcome to sit in with us. We're talking music today.
Yeah, gotta have the funk. Nice, nice. Let's talk about picking a little bit, George. In this segment, let's talk about the advantages or disadvantages, if there are any, of using a flat pick.
A flat pick is very unusual. It takes 2 fingers to hold the thing. That's first of all. You're using up your hand,
Yep.
and you're committed to it once you have a pick in your hand. Some people do multiple picking, Chet Atkins style, which is awesome stuff, I think.
Oh yeah,
you know.
oh yeah.
But it's completely different than what we use in the so-called jazz world or the jazz standard of way of thinking. There are different styles. You get people who are very proficient at it. People like Barney Kessel and my great friend Pat Martino. There are many different styles. The closed fist technique that was used by Hank Garland.
Right.
It was just powerhouse stuff, you know. And other styles. Larry Coryell used that close fist style, and it was very effective. Then you got Pat Metheny, who uses the 2-finger technique, and he leaves this one out of the equation, you know, which I was amazed at seeing, but it worked very well.
I know, it's funny to watch him play like that, actually.
And Carlos Santana uses that same technique.
Is that right?
Yeah,
I
he
didn't know
uses
that.
Well, actually, he uses a 3-finger technique. You know, he uses these 2 stuck together, which I think is pretty amazing.
Yep, yep.
And they all have advantages and disadvantages.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, my father told me, he said, let your hand hang down. He said, now I'm going to give you a pick. And he handed me the pick. And he said, now raise it up. He said, now that's going to be your technique. And I said, what? So that's why I learned to play.
Let's see that. Let's see how that works.
Yeah, I'm going to hand you a pick, man. Now, your hand is down here, first of all.
Okay.
Now raise it up to the guitar. And that became my technique.
Okay.
Whatever became comfortable after that
Yep.
became my technique. And that's as far as he could teach me. That's as far as he went.
Sure, sure.
So I had to work out all of the crazies for myself. I said, well, wait a minute, I can't do this. I can't do all the intricate stuff I see Barney Kessel and those guys do. Why can't I? And I said, well, maybe what I should do is try to find another way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of trying to do it the way they did it, I said, let me, and I created that linear technique, lateral across the board. And that worked very well for me. It gave flow to my playing. And it works backwards.
Okay. That's what I wanted to see. Okay.
You can play.
Sure.
That works. Fast, the same thing fast. So that became, I had to work out all of the things that kept me from playing the way I wanted to play. I mean, I heard other people play, and I looked at them, and I said, that's going to be difficult. Let me see if I can work it out another way. And believe me, there are a lot of things that I can't play using this technique, but there are some advantages. And my friends tell me, I used to sit down with Pat Martino, and I wish that I had this technique, that butterfly technique he has. I think is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And it's pretty to watch.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But he heard me do something one time, and he said, George, how do you do that, man? And I said, you're asking me about technique, Mr. Technique himself? Because I think at 17 years old, he was the most amazing guitar player I'd ever
Oh,
seen.
sure. Well, obviously, two masters in awe of each other, and that's
Well,
that's
we were both kids, and we came along, and our favorite guitar players at the time was Joe Pass and
Sure.
Wes Montgomery.
Right.
And there were others that we loved. I learned to love Taft Harlow.
Oh, sure.
with his wild picking. He's
Yes.
the one who helped me to not be afraid of the instrument.
Right, right.
You know, when I think about a dominant 7 chord, you know, instead of thinking about, I'm like, I think like Tal did. He said,
Right. Plays
you know,
on
all that
chord
crazy
shapes.
stuff.
Sure. Right.
That
Right.
crazy stuff. I put a couple of blues licks on them.
Sure, sure.
And it works very nice, but I learned all that wild harmony. I call it wild harmony, but it really isn't. He's playing the basics, but he's playing it from a point of view that people don't hear it every day.
That's right. That's right. Well, I think that was an excellent illustration of your right hand technique, and I think we know a little bit more about how you pick. And in the next segment, we're going to be talking about George's thumb technique. I think you'll find it very interesting.
This is fun.